Welcome back to Beers and Breakevens, our subscriber episode for this week, heading into the first round of trials this weekend. Super Saturday coming your way, 2 games, the Vegas openers, those teams going head to head. And we have got a question for you guys this week from Matthew Quinn. He says, what are you guys planning on doing with Flex this year? Fullback guns seem like a bit of a wasteland. Do we go both cheap halves, 2 gun halves, 3 midi fullback? What's the play for 2026, having taken your learnings from 2025 with Iongi? Cheers, gents. Welcoming in 2025 Daily M co-host of the year, Tim Williams. What are you thinking?
Thanks for having me, mate.
That's all right.
Good to be here.
You're the only one nominated for the award, so
it's all right.
Don't get too much of a big fucking head, okay?
I can only beat who's put in front of me, and in this case, it was no one.
Talk to me. What are you thinking with the Flex Quando?
3 fullbacks. I do think that's the play. It's not the only. I think there are 2 ways you can play it. I'm not going to talk about way 2 yet. I'm going to see what you have to say first. But like to talk about how quickly and how many different sort of iterations you have of your team across the preseason. Like I started with Kinney, Ponga, and Trey Fuller. Kinney's going nowhere.
Yep.
Ponga,
Except for the immortality.
Ponga's going. I'm going a bit cold on him just because we spoke about, or we will speak on this afternoon about Beers and Breakevens, about Ponga and the Knights pack, and I'm just worried about them. He's all carrying a bit of injury concern, so I'm calling on Ponga at the price, 607k. It's so cheap. And then Trey Fuller, that was sort of hoping that he'd get the fullback nod, but it sounds like Hammer will be fullback for the Finns. So this brings into plays guys like Suafai Longo, Reece Walsh paying up. I still think there's enough of a combination of mid-range value at fullback and, you start with 1 or 2 guns to justify going that position for the flex. But there's another way you can play it. What are you thinking at the moment, though?
I've got 3 fullbacks as it stands right now. I was very hot and heavy on KP, and if he wasn't injured, I would have him in my side. But that injury, optics there are fucking
What's
weird.
What's the injury this time?
Fuck knows, I don't know. But he's not goal kicking apparently. They reckon Sandon Smith's going to kick, so
that's it. Yeah,
there goes 4 points maybe. But like, still a concern. Just the injury for me. And going over to Vegas, he's not going to play trials. We know, yeah. I want KP so bad at 606k. Everything says to me do it, but this injury thing is just I can't do it. So I'm actually looking at Jai Gray at the moment because this is a subscriber episode. I'll give you all a little funny. You know how old I feel? Jai Gray's girlfriend I taught when she was in year 4. You know how fucked that is? That's fucking terrifying, right?
Wait, when she was in year 4.
Yeah, correct. And I was a teacher.
Yeah.
How etch is that?
Pretty etch.
So etch. Rattles the shit out of me every time I see it on social.
How old's Jai Gray?
23. Can you look that up, Wins? I reckon he's 22, 23.
Right.
Yeah, fucking rattling as shit. Gave her a pen license. Now she's dating my fullback.
He's 21.
Ugh. Sickening.
Far out.
Yeah, so Jai Gray's my fullback. My flex at the moment.
I think in terms of flex, the way I see it, and again, Supercoach changes very quickly, especially when we haven't had trial teams and trials played and all that yet, but I think there's only 2 ways you can play it. Fullback, having a fullback there will be the very popular play.
Yep.
Option 2, which I think there's serious legs in, is 3 halfbacks. Because you look at potentially 2 of the better cheapies in the game, it's Ethan Sanders and Dan Atkinson. Those 2 could quite easily make 200k each. They might not. They might make 50. They might score 20 per game. I don't know. I'm not an oracle. But
it's not, if they both make 200, it's not crazy.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So you can have both of those and put in, it might be Moses, it might be Cleary, it might be Nico Hines. On the flip side, maybe you go, screw it. These halfbacks are gun. Like, I think there's a case. I think Mitch Moses and Jerome Hughes are undervalued. Nathan Cleary and Nico Hines are 2 of the best players in Supercoach. So you go any combination of them, you could pick 2 of them and 1 of Sanders or Atkinson. So whilst I'm on the fullback bandwagon because I think around that mid-tier of Kinney, Gray, Fa'alongo, Ponga, there's a lot of options there. You could go halfback as well.
Yeah, I don't hate the halfback option. I just feel like if I'm going with a cheapie there, I'm just leaving a lot of points on the table. is my big concern, which I don't really want to do. I think there's, and I think right now there's probably enough cheapies around to make it work. I think by the time we get to the start of the season, there will be enough cheapies to sort of make it work. That I think I'm going to go for all fullbacks. I'm sort of leaning towards. What does your flex look like, Winst? What do you got there?
At the moment, I've got three fullbacks.
Yep.
Turbo, Kinney, and Ponga, but I'm getting very scared of Kalen Ponga.
Yeah. Fuck, I want KP to work out, but I just know it'll burn me.
It'd make everything a lot easier if Kalen Ponga just Kalen Ponga
100%.
say, but it's especially the injury, especially like because it just doesn't seem like they know what it is, and then the goal kicking thing, that's what scares me.
Now, I'm going to cop a little stick on this podcast when I say this, but I'm always here to be honest with the people at home, and I'm going to wear a little bit of shit from you here. I did tinker with the idea because I think a lot of people will be scared off with having a little Reece Walsh in my flex. I have tinkered with it because of that Suncorp run, and I'm just like, I'm watching this dude on socials who's getting his hair cut and it's turning into news articles and it's almost on 60 Minutes. And I'm like, this is the most confident motherfucker I've ever seen playing at Suncorp with a new emblem, playing behind Payne Haas. And I'm like, is there a world where this run just continues? I'm kind of starting to think there still might be.
Well,
Roast me, I will wear it.
no, I'm not going to roast you for it, but the reality is that you're starting to think about him because I told you last week to start thinking about him, and you did.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it was because he copied my haircut. I don't know.
That he did copy your haircut. Yeah. It's coming back all right, mate.
I had to shave it again on Monday. It grows fucking quick.
You'd be happy about that, wouldn't you?
Well,
Bit of hope. Nah.
it's
Are
done.
you keeping
It's-
it bold for a certain period of time?
No,
Did I
I'm
miss
just
that
I'm
part?
done, mate. I before I was doing content, I was bald for like 6 years.
Oh.
Shaved it every day, so I'm sort of. It's new to all of you. It's not for me. Like when we first met, I was bald.
Yeah.
I just never took a hat off in content. I think I'm done.
Bold or bald?
I think it's just easier.
bold or bald.
I say bold, but it's bald.
Yeah.
I get it wrong every single time.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably the wrong people to ask, to be fair.
Anyway, this is not what they came here for. And if this is what you
Walsh.
came here for, you're a sick fucking puppy.
Yeah, look, I'm cooling on Ponga, which would probably mean Reece Walsh, because then I'd probably go Kinney and like maybe a Fa'alongo, maybe a Jai Gray. But Reece Walsh, yeah, that's it. Like he's electric. I'm like, I just kind of go, is it going to slow down?
So was the other one I haven't really given much thought to,
He's
but
a
I probably
huge
should.
preseason watch.
Yeah.
And with Ponga, I'd be willing to look past my concerns around the Knights and their quality of their pack and what platform he has and the goal kicking and all that if the chance of injury aggravation wasn't there because of the 607K price tag. Because I'm like, look, I think worst case Ponga holds his price, he scores okay. Best case, he comes out and explodes. But I'm just like, far out. He flies over to Vegas. If I pick him and he gets injured in Vegas, and I have to sit there for a whole, like what, more than a week of him sitting in my team injured, it's just going to ruin the whole first round.
Yep. Very
That's
fair.
what worries me.
What about, and I'm only saying this because I've heard reports he's absolutely fucking flying up there. I understand he's 700K, but Hamiso, I don't mind there. I think they play a lot of home games to start the season, a lot of games in Queensland. I don't hate that as well. But I don't think I have the balls to do it. And I think if I'm going to pay 700K for Hamiso, I'm probably just jumping on the Walsh train for an extra 100 and whatever it is,
I
135.
think early on in the year, and just, these concerns we have around like no blowout score lines, like the Dolphins' attack was relentless last year. And it could be the same this year. I just think there's going to be lower score lines early on. Defenses will be better. And I just look at some of his low scores. Last year, he opened the year with 80, 30, 22, 41. To his credit, from there onwards, there really wasn't much under like a 44 or 46, and there were some bigger scores. 3 big tons. One of them was against the Raiders, Reggie's team.
Yep.
But I just think you're paying a lot of money for a bloke who could easily come out and go 30-30.
Yep. Very fair.
That being said, we talk about freaks. Hammer's a freak, like.
And they should be a pretty fucking good side, I think.
Yeah.
The only other one that and this is sort of going a little bit off topic to some extent because you wouldn't have him in flex, but CW. The other one I'm starting to sort of come around to, just the more I look at his numbers, is fucking Herbie. I took a deep dive into his numbers the other day. They're actually fucking off the chain.
I know they are.
They're
I know they
insane.
are. I experience it every
Mate,
week.
I
last year.
uploaded some draft content the other day from when we did a draft at the start of the season, and someone took Herbie round 2, and I was like, oh, Jesus, that's fucking early for Herbie. Mate, I'm looking at Herbie now as a bona fide round 1 pick in draft. Like, he doesn't go below 70. He's a freak.
He's a freak. And that's it. Like, he scored I shouldn't say nearly every game last year. He started slow, and then the tries from round 7 onwards just came, and they came in droves. But yeah, he's absurd.
Mate, he finished the season with a 5-round average of 89. In one of those games, he only played 18 minutes.
Yeah, the infamous sniper game in New
Unbelievable.
Zealand.
Like, if you have a look at his last, until his injured game, in his last 6 games, he won 104 of them. It's just fucking crazy.
I know.
Yeah, yeah, well,
I did know.
Yeah, still didn't beat you. I'm fucking believable. But yeah, as far as flex goes, I don't see myself doing the 2 halfback route. It might turn out to be the smarter play. If Timmy's talking about it, that makes me think there's a chance that it could be the smarter play. But I just don't want to let those points go. And I think there is a bit of value in your Sewers, Jai Grays, Caleb Ponga if we get a tick that he's fit. I would just love to see him play the second trial.
Yeah, no, I was trying to give an alternate option, but I think there's also a world where either of Sanders or Atkinson scores terribly and they either get dropped or by around 3 or 4, and like a Duffy situation last year. If you've got one of them, you can flip to the other one who hopefully goes well, or vice versa. If you've got both of them, you could leave yourself short. It is a genuine option, don't get me wrong, but I think there's enough value at fullback that's the play.
Yeah. And know this, when I'm in Vegas and I'm at those captain's runs, I will be at the Newcastle one and I'll be watching KP like a fucking hawk and seeing who takes the goal kicking tee.
Can I tune in through your Google
I was
goggles?
about to say my guru goggles will be on.
I can watch through those, hey?
You can, yeah.
That's cool.
I'll
like
put it
that.
up for you. So yeah, I'll be watching that very closely, and I can see myself getting a little vibe for KP on the day and maybe going, I'm jumping in. All right, anything else on flex to add there?
No, all good, mate.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us once again. A little subscriber episode each week for you guys, short and sharp like that. Any questions you got, have a think about them next week. Probably more broad things than specifically about players or whatever that we can talk about, especially getting into trials and that sort of stuff. There'll be a lot more to talk about. But thanks for joining us once again here for our subscriber episode, and we'll see you next week.